Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Sorry for not posting because, okay, so first off, I got sick, and then after I didn't get sick, my parents told me that we were gonna go to San Diego, where I got this cool plushie. Speaking of plushes, we are going to be doing an Angry Birds plush collection. Yeah, anyways. Let's see. Yeah, Angry Birds Plus collection. We're going to be starting off with the reds. This is my very first red plush. Not my very first Angry Bird plush, but my very first red plush. If you guys watched the old one, you already know what my first plushes, Angry Bird plushes were. When we reach them, I'll tell you who they are. Here we go. I have another. This is a good stuff red plush. He was going to be the red that I was going to use until I found this red plush, the Generation 3 red. It's a lot better, you know, better beak, better size, better eyebrows. And then we got an 8-inch red. And then we got another 8-inch red. I got both of these, surprisingly, from a Goodwill. Well, not a Goodwill, but like a thrift store, like a local thrift store. And if I tell you, you guys probably might be able to figure out, like, approximately where I live. So I'll just call it a thrift store. I found all 4 of these at a thrift store. And that one, I found it in a local shop. And then we got, well, she isn't technically a red, but, you know, they're basically a girl red. We got Ruby. Half of these are gonna be like found at a thrift store. So if I keep saying the exact same thing, it's not my fault that thrift stores are the only place where you could get Angry Bird plushes now. I found her at a thrift store, the same thrift store that I found these for. And then this is a really recent one. This is a LA Dodgers red. Get this, I found it at a thrift store. And guess what? The same thrift store that I found these ones at. Then I got this pencil topper red. I stole it from my cousin. Like half of the pencil toppers that you'll see, they're either from my cousins or somewhere else. And then doesn't really count as a plush, but you know. We got a backpack red. I found this at Ross, I think, somewhere in Los Angeles. And I think that's, sorry, I'm like looking through the entire pile I have. I think that's all of the reds. Yeah. From the classic series, from the main line. I still have a lot more reds, like from space, Star Wars, all of that. Okay, now on to the blues. It's my very first official blue. It's a good stuff. Surprisingly, I got this one from eBay, not from the thrift store. Yeah, Miscellaneous. The slingshot. I'll put it like here. Well, I'm sorry, I like did this all last second. I tried to find every single Angry Bird plush I had like this morning. I don't even think I was able to find all of them. Like I think I couldn't find like a space Terrence, but you know, oh well. We got and then we got these two bluebirds. They came in a pack of eBay. They have speakery boxes because you know they're not Goodwill or good stuff. I mean, this is good stuff. And this is good stuff. So no, she has a speakery box. I think that's literally all I have for classic blues. And then I got one of my very first Angry Bird plushes ever. I got this like when I was 2 or whatever. I think. I don't remember. It was so long ago. We got my very first Chuck. Apparently my dad found it in a claw machine for me. It's pretty sweet. Thanks, Dad. There we go. It's a brand new Chuck. Get this. I found it at the thrift store. I also get this same thrift store of these guys. Surprisingly, you know, since I found them at a thrift store, I needed to wash it. And, you know, for an 11-year-old plush, I think it's 11 years old, it still makes sound. Yeah, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, especially for an 11-year-old plush. And then that's it for the Chuck. Oh wait, no, actually. And we got this one. This Chuck. Surprisingly, I did not find it with that LA Dodgers red. My dad brought it home, like in the morning. I don't even know where he found it. Like that was already cracked. There was no tag. I don't know what team it's for. If you could figure out what team it's from, you could tell me it down in the comments. I'm checking the pile right now. Yeah, that's all of the Chucks I have. No key. It's gonna start with the Reds, you know, obviously, because, you know, it's like the main, like, someone says, think of an Angry Bird, you think of red. Or if you're attached to the pigs, think of a minion pig or whatever. You know, face of the franchise, that's why I have a lot of them. It starts slimmering down. Okay, and we got another one, another very first, along with that Chuck, my very first Angry Bird plush with that Chuck. My very first bomb, you know, found him in the claw machine, same claw machine as him. And we got a good stuff, Blackbird, you know, as you could tell, manufactured, I don't even know what that says. You know, I say it's a little bit too small for like a Blackbird, because you know, like how, you know, in tunes he's like bigger than, you know, Red, you know, he's bigger than Chuck, he's about the same size as Matilda, so I didn't really like that guy. And get this, found it in the thrift store, same thrift store as those guys. And recently I got this Blackbird. It's, even though it looks extremely different as that one, you know, I think it's because of the eyes. This one is not a good stuff. It's a third generation, like that one. It's a third generation Blackbird. Speakery box doesn't work. It isn't a good stuff because, you know, the speakery box. And we got my one and only Matilda. One of the last birds that I was able to get. I used to use Ice Bird and Super Space Redbird. Yeah, surprisingly, I got every single bird in the flock, but not Red and Matilda. I had to use my Space Red and my, oh shoot, I forgot. I had to use my Space Red and my Ice Bird as Red and Matilda. They're the last birds I found. I forgot about this. I have a bomb backpack. And I'll just put Matilda here. As you could very tell, it's like slimmering down, I have like 6. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 reds. And it slowly goes down to 3. Goes back up to 4 and 1. Shoot, I hate these freaking pencil toppers. I forgot my blue one. And my Matilda one. So 2 Matildas. I have 2 Matildas. But I throw up 3. Okay. Now for the house. I need a hauls really bad. We got this 8-inch Hal. I know it's 3rd generation even though the tag is gone. Because I remember it came with, my dad brought it home from a Target with this Pedro. I remember the box was a 3rd generation. For some reason I was like 8. I don't even know how I remember that. Local thrift store. No, not local thrift store. Local normal store. Like a corner store. It had a big box that has like get your inhibitor. And we got this Hal. Open beak Hal, which is sweet. Has tag, really sweet. Except that it was a J or a U. Open beak Hal. I got this on eBay. I made a video about him. You can go watch that. Okay, now time for the Terrences. The Terrence I use for my videos now, oh yeah, this one has a speakery box. This one doesn't. This Terrence has a speakery box. And is better stuffed, more firm. Also 3rd generation. Dang. I have a lot of 3rd generations that are really greatly stuffed. And we got this one. This Terrence. It's not 3rd gen because I could tell because there's no white. There's no black on that. His head feathers are weird. Not greatly stuffed. My very first Terrence. Didn't use them as much. I used them in the old videos. Guess what? I forgot my keychain Hal. Okay. After that, we got Terrence. A 5-inch Terrence, speakery as a speakery box. I might use them as I already used them in the Treading on Thin Ice video. Might as well just get this one out of the way. It's a bootleg I found at a thrift store. I didn't want to buy it, but it came. I'll just be over here. You're the kid that hides from the school photos. Tries to act tough. I found him with a pig. I'll tell you which pig it is. It came in a bag, so I had to buy that one in order to buy the other pig. Okay. And lastly, for the classic flock, I got Bubbles. I got them off of eBay. My aunt got it for me for my birthday, but I had to send her the link, so it wasn't really a surprise. He has a speakery box, and we got inflated Bubbles. I low-key got jump scared by him. I was coming from a long day of work, and I opened the door and I just see this thing staring right at me on my sofa, and I just got scared. Speakery box right there. It doesn't work anymore. Does it have a tag? Oh shoot, it does have a tag. Sweet. I'm not gonna edit this video, so if it's like not in the iMovie soundtrack or whatever, I'm just like, I just want to get this over with. Should I do the pigs next? Sure, why the heck not? Let's do the pigs. So we got King Pig. You know, we got King Pig. I got him from eBay. You know, his crown is really flimsy. I don't really like that. You know, I wanted specifically an 8-inch King Pig because 2 reasons. Luigi fan, and because like King Pig is canonically in the classic universe, you know, bigger than the other pigs. And then what other pig? I'm looking for the mustache pig, you know, or the four-man pig, same thing. I'm gonna call him the four-man pig because damn. I'm gonna call him the four-man pig because you know, he's like the main mustache pig out of like the big 3. And we have helmet pig, you know. So we got the main 3 big bads out of the way. Time for like the minion pigs. Might as well get these pigs out of the way. We got another mustache pig. This is the pig that came with that one. You know, speakery box. All 3 of these have speakery boxes. You know, 1, 2, 3. This one might. That one used to work, but it sounds like death. It winked its last squeal. And then we got another mustache pig. My very first mustache pig. Oh, shoot. I don't think it's gonna fit. I still have a lot. So I might have to move it down to the floor. Angry Birds rug. It's pretty tough. You know, we got another mustache pig. And we got another mustache pig. These 2 don't have speakery boxes. This one is from the Mighty Mojo set, 2022. I have the tags. I keep the tags of the Angry Birds things. You know, probably show them later. And then we got. Just move on to the minion pigs. We got minion pig, my very first minion pig. You know, and you got stupid. I call him stupid because his eyes look stupid. This originally was a king pig, 5-inch, but I cut off his crown because I wanted more minion pigs. And we got, you know, the king pig. The fat pig. You know, I would used to have him as king pig until, you know, I got that one. And we got. Are we actually serious? I forgot Chuck. This is like a pillow. I think this might be a pillow. Okay, so hold up. I need to fix this. Okay, and fixed. Dang. Okay, so you know, used to use him as king pig until I got that one. And then we got this pig. Sadly, I did not know that pumpkin hat pigs were gonna be like $85 just for the 5-inch, mind you. This is the 5-inch. I didn't expect, you know, 5-inch pumpkin hat pigs to be so expensive. So, you know, I cut off his hat. I still have his hat, and I regret it every single day. But I have an 8-inch pumpkin hat pig. Oh yeah. eBay. Was it up there? No, eBay. I got eBay. Then we got Amazon. We got thrift store, local store that burned down. You know, all the local store that I got and basically that one and that one burned down. So, you know, I'm kind of sad about that. Mighty Mojo / Amazon, local store. I basically got like half of my picks from the local store. Low key, I think this is my cousin's until I stole it again. Local store and thrift store. Same thrift store as these. And then we got another minion pig. You know, an 8-inch. He's wearing a Scooby-Doo hat because it's tough. He's a gangster pig. You know, good stuff. As I already said, minion pig 8-inch. If a 5-inch pumpkin hat pig goes for 85, I want to see how much this pig goes for. Then we got Postman pig. One of the rarest pigs I have. And inside his, you know, little postman, we got pencil top minion pig. You know, most rarest. If you want to know how much he costs, search him up on eBay. Basically the only place where you could get him now. Last time I checked, I don't want to boost my ego and say it was like 150. I think it was like around like 100 at least, like $100 at least. We got another menu pick. 8-inch speakery box. This one has a speakery box. This one doesn't. Obviously good stuff. This one doesn't have one. Obviously doesn't have one. 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 And I already told you guys that these 4 have. Okay. Thrift store. Stole from a little cousin. I don't know. Santa brought it for me. eBay. That one, and that one came in a pack. And then the last minion pig. We got pig losses. I don't know where to put him. I'm gonna move fat pig. Not the greatest. We got pig losses. Put it in here. We got pig losses, you know. Fat, you know, pig losses, you know, he's a fat pig, you know, he eats, so he's weak. This one is pure muscle. No speakery box, obviously. I got this from a friend. He was like, hey, I have an Angry Bird plush. I don't want it anymore. Do you want it? I was like, heck yeah. So, I have this fat pig. Time for... Might as well just bring him in here. We got Mighty Eagle. 12-inch, I think. You know, Mighty Mojo. Because they never released one out of 24 inches. You know, originally. We'll do a lightning round. Angry Birds Rio, Pedro, Jewel. I want a blue so I could, you know, use this one as an Nigel. I want a blue so like I could, you know. So last time I tried to make an Angry Birds Rio series, I used that one and then that one. Didn't work out. Angry Birds Rio, not Angry Birds Rio. The Angry Birds movie. I got a talking red. I don't think he works anymore. Sadly, no. Then we got a bomb bird. Then we got a small one. Then we got a small red one. I got Angry Birds Space next. I don't think it's gonna fit though. I'll try to make it fit. I might have to move some down to the Angry Birds floor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Luke Skywalker from Angry Birds Star Wars. The only Angry Birds Star Wars. like I, like I said, I'm sick. I've been feeling like death for the past couple of days. But I went to San Diego, so it's fun. That's fine. Okay, now we got Angry Birds Space. The one with the most duplicates out of all of them. Space Red. I don't even think I found all of them. Space Red. I don't even think I found all the duplicates. You got 1 Space Red. You got 2 Space Red. You got 3 Space Red. You got 4 Space Red. We got 5 Space Red. We got 6 Space Red. It's like a beanbag. We got 7 Space Reds. Now 7 Space Reds. I almost forgot 8. Here we got all the Space Reds there. I almost forgot about this one. The keychain of Jewel. Man, I am all over the place today. Makes sense. Let's see. Bluebirds. We got 1. We got 2. We got 3. And then the last backpack. We got 4. Oh, jump scare. My group is jump scare. Hold up. I need to figure out how to do this. I kind of did it. As you can tell, I'm kind of like losing space. It's going to be kind of hard. Yeah, and we got fire bombs. Why is there like so much space here? Sorry, I'm like making space so I could have more things on my bed. This is the bed I sleep on, by the way. I've upgraded from like that small bed to this big one. Thanks, Mom. Shout out my mother. Okay, so we got 1, we got 2, and we got 3, and we got 4. Okay, time to tell you guys where I got these from and if they have speaker boxes or not. I already told you where this one came with that one. Target speaker box. Okay, I forgot. I don't know, some factory. Probably not Rovio factory, but you know, a factory. Good stuff. Choose the good stuff. I don't really know where it came from. So it's probably a claw machine. Well, I think Marshall's. La Pulga. Thrift store. Oh, thrift store. La Pulga. Swap meet. This is a swap meet. This came from a thrift store. This also came from a thrift store. Pulga. Swap meet. Same thing. Don't remember. Actually, I do. Thrift store. Stole from little cousin. Like I said, all the tiny toppers probably stolen from my little cousin. This, I don't know. All of these are good stuffs. Except Skywalker. So, claw machine. I don't know. Like, this is the newest backpack that I found. So I know where that one came from. I don't know where that one, or that one came from. Claw machine also probably. I don't know where like half of the space ones came from because, you know, I was like too young to figure out. So since they're like good stuff. I'm gonna just call them claw machines. Claw machine, claw machine, claw machine. This one, from stolen from my little cousin. We love stealing. Actually, we don't. If you guys go steal, it's not my fault. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 icebergs. All of the spaces are good stuff. If they're from good stuff, then they don't have a speaker box. Except like these ones. These don't have speaker boxes. That one has one. That one doesn't. These don't. Claw machine, claw machine, claw machine. Thrift store. Latest one. It came with a freaking minion pig. Now laser chucks. Guys, it's gonna be extremely hard. We got laser chuck. 2, 3, 4. 4 laser chucks. Claw machines. I don't really know where they came from. We got 1 and 2. And that is it for my Angry Birds plush collection. Oh look. Whoa. Yes, it's not real. It's not from the background. There's no editing. I use all of my background music on my computer. Anyways, here is my Angry Birds plush collection of 2025. Probably might not grow in the future. Because, you know, I'm aging. And I low-key only use my Angry Bird plushes for, like, to make videos anymore. It's not just that, though. It's also, people are catching on that Angry Birds plushes are, like, extremely rare and expensive. So, like, they're not, like, donating to your local thrift stores anymore. So, hey, if anyone has any Angry Bird plushes, or they don't want anymore, you could send them my way at this address right here. 923 45 123 South Park Boulevard in Toronto, Canada. I think that's where. Wait, hold up. South Park takes place in Colorado.